Folks, I don't know anybody who doesn't love potatoes. From French fries to mashed to baked, there's not much I'd rather see on my plate than some spuds. Now, Mom's in the kitchen right now making up a potato dish that's an old family recipe that I know you're gonna love. Mom?
You know, when I'm looking for a good recipe for just a special dinner or just something good to eat, I always go back to this little book right here that my sister made. It's got some of our family's favorite recipes in it, and today I'm going to make hash brown casserole. My sister Janice makes this a lot, and I hope I do as well as she does today. You can see the ingredients on your screen, but I want to go over those with you. You use a 2-pound bag of frozen hash browns, a 1/4 cup of chopped onions, a 1/2 cup of melted butter divided. You'll use a 1/4 cup at the end, 10 ounces of grated cheddar cheese, a can of cream of chicken soup, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, a cup of sour cream, and some breadcrumbs at the end. While I have this memory book out, I wanted to share with you the picture that's on this hash brown casserole page. If you'll look closely, you'll see my grandmother Minerva in the center, and she's surrounded by some of her grandchildren who are now grown. And the cute little boy there in the camouflage shirt is Joel. He must have been about 5 or 6 there, but I thought you would enjoy that. I have my frozen hash browns here, and I thawed them just a little bit so they would be easier to use. I don't think you should use fresh potatoes. The hash browns hold up much better in this recipe. So you're going to put 10 ounces, that's a lot of cheese, of grated cheddar cheese. I don't know if my bowl is going to hold all of this. 1 can of your cream of chicken soup. Your chopped onions, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, about a cup of sour cream, and I'm going to estimate it. That's a good cup right there. And now I'm going to mix these together. Put half of your melted butter. You've got a 1/2 cup, so about 1/2 of it. Okay? Then just mix this up best you can. This side dish is good right by itself because of all the cheese, but you could use it for brunch with some fried sausages and scrambled eggs. Or for supper, I like to serve it with salmon patties. And you could also serve it with meatloaf or a steak. It's just good with any meal that you want to serve. I want to make sure the cheese is pretty well incorporated because that's what holds this together. Now you're going to put this in a large casserole dish that's well greased or sprayed. That makes a lot of potatoes. And just mash them all down in there. And then with your melted butter, the rest of it, you're going to put just a few breadcrumbs in it and sprinkle that on top. To the rest of the melted butter, you're going to add some breadcrumbs. And I found these at the store. They're organic, gluten-free. So there you go. Just enough to coat it a little bit. So to the melted butter, I'm going to put just enough breadcrumbs to coat them, and then just drizzle it over the top. We're going to bake this for 70 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes, for 350 degrees. Well, 70 minutes have gone by, and now it's time to get the hash brown casserole out of the oven. And it is done perfectly. Those breadcrumbs on top look wonderful. Very hot and bubbly. Oh, it smells wonderful too. Those onions really add a lot to it. So this will be ready for supper here in a little bit. I'm going to have some salmon patties with it.
Our Mountains is sponsored by Frontier Nursing University, educating nurse midwives and nurse practitioners through distance education. The Kentucky Bankers Association, your association, our Commonwealth. The Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky, a community foundation helping donors make meaningful investments in Eastern Kentucky. Learn more at appalachiankentucky.org. Hazard Community and Technical College. Find them online at hazard.kctcs.edu.